Hello again. Today's tutorial covers 3 subjects. Number 1, how to save a graphic from the internet to your computer. Then how to document where you got it. Then how to add it into your project. Crazy! Let's say I'm doing a tutorial where I need a shot of a USB cable. I've Google imaged it. There's one thing I want you to remember though. Anytime you take a picture from the internet, you're going to want it to be big. So click on search tools. Yeah, here's what I'm looking for. Go to size. Go to large. Bigger is better. The smaller your picture, the more grainy it will be on the screen. So I'm looking for one of the mini USB cables, the ones that we use. So I'm going to scroll through until I find one. So I see one. This guy right here. Click on it. It will take you to this little page, if you will. We want to view the image. Notice you've got 2 things. You've got the image, and then you also have where it comes from. And I want you to have both. So edit, copy. I'm going to go down to the bottom. I'm going to go to Word. And I'm going to call this one Mini USB. After that, I'm going to hit my paste icon and hit return twice. That way I have what I'm going to call it. When I save it, I'm going to call it Mini USB. And then I have my website where it came from. So let's go back to Safari. To save your picture, File, Save As. And that's right, you want to call it Mini USB. Try saving it in your iPhoto slideshows. Then, how to add it to your project. Go to iMovie. There we go. This one was unsuccessful, so I want to get rid of that. So let's see exactly how I bring this guy in. I clicked on Import. And you have choices of where to go. I'm going to click on iPhoto Slideshows. I'm going to click on Mini USB, that's the one, and click on Import Selected. And it will probably add it, yeah, at the end of whichever project I'm working on. Click, if it'll allow me to, click, drag, drop. This narration that it goes with is 5.2 seconds. How long is the video when it's scanned into iMovie? It's automatically 4.0. So let's make it 5.2. So I should have to add 1.2. 5.2 seconds. Awesome. 5.2 seconds. Now remember, to take the audio from this picture and stick it onto this picture, you want to click it. Actually, you want to control click it. Detach audio. I'm going to move it over and drop it. Got a little bit left over. Trim it back. Notice that it's doing this zoom, and it's on a really weird part of the picture that you might not want to see. Let me show you how to fix that. If you click on the picture and go to Adjust, I want you to look for this icon right here because this will show you how to crop a photo or how to zoom in and zoom out and do all kinds of funky stuff with it. So click it. You've got 3 options at the top. One is called Fit. If you click on Fit, it will take the whole picture and leave it as a still image. Nothing will happen to it. If you click on Crop, you can change it to the size you want it to and it will stay a still image and nothing will happen to it. But Ken Burns is the fun effect. It is a zoom. It's called Ken Burns because there was a famous documentary filmmaker named Ken Burns who got a great idea. Hey, why don't we put still pictures on camera and then zoom in on them to make it look like a moving picture? Radical idea, I know, but at the time it was crazy. So notice you have 2 things. You've got a start and you have an end. What this is telling you is it will start with this big picture, and it will zoom in to this tiny little one. Can we move it? Yeah, we can move it. I'm going to click, I can drag, I can do all kinds of stuff. Notice my start is what I'm moving. If I would want to click the end, click on the word end, and then you can stretch it, manipulate it, put it where you want. So it will start zoomed in a little bit inside of this dotted line, and then it will zoom into this area right here. If you'd like to see what your image looks like, hit the space bar and it will show you. That's still too tight. I'm looking at way too little of the stuff. So if I'm going to do a Ken Burns, I don't want to zoom in that much. I want to start, in my case, I think I want to start with the whole picture. So I'm going to stretch it out. And I'm not going to zoom in that much. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. And it's giving me fits just because of the place that I have this thing set up. So maybe like that. Let's see if I like this better. It starts wide, and then it zooms in just a touch. Personally, not my cup of tea, to be honest. Yeah, I would move it down here, hit my space bar. That way the jacks stay in the shot. And you should be good. But remember, anytime you load a picture into iMovie, it's going to do that Ken Burns thing automatically. If you don't like it, if you don't like the way that works, highlight it in yellow and go to your adjust. Click on this icon right here, the one that calls cropping, and you can fit it so it stays. You can crop it to make it the size you want, or you can do that zoom effect. Then take your narration, move it over.